Hello, everybody, and welcome to News Channel 13's 13 Now, your own personal YouTube newscast from your favorite friends over at NBC News Channel 13. With you, back again, it's me, Steve Cooge, and I'm joined by the amazing Wanique Martinez, who is here through the magic of her photo, her headshot. Thanks for joining us, Wanique.
My pleasure.
Now, as you could probably tell, we've been having some technical difficulties lately, probably due to all the crazy storms that blew through our area and the lightning strikes. We even had like an internet and power outage at one point earlier today. Things got kind of dicey. We're going to break down the weather as well as some other crazy top stories that are happening today. And then Wanique is going to give us a rundown of just how, wow, intense our weather was today. Because Wanique, yeah, it was, what do some of the kids say, off the chain?
It was off the chain. And unfortunately, we'll have another active off the chain day tomorrow.
It was a long day. It's been a long day. Anyway, let's break down just why it was so long and why it was so crazy. Again, the weather. Where were you today when the storm system moved in? It hit us right around and started moving into our viewing area, probably from the west side. I'm talking like up here in the upstate New York area, western portions of our region, coming from like Syracuse and Utica and Rome, New York, coming in, and right around like 4 o'clock, we started having some severe weather, even some tornado warnings. This is what that looked like. First off, this is Queensbury. You can see we had power lines that fell down. It landed on top of some of the cars at a Volkswagen dealership. We're told at least 3 of these Volkswagen vehicles caught fire. We also had lightning strikes in Glens Falls. It was raining like cats and dogs, and we had wind speeds up to 80 miles an hour in some places. Queensbury, as you can tell, took a brunt of it. Trees down everywhere. In our entire viewing area, we have, according to the National Grid, about 110,000 people without power tonight. Our Dan Levy, his cousin, that was her one of her carriage houses. Again, the key word right there was one of her carriage houses, because that thing is absolutely destroyed right now by fallen trees. A lot of problems all happening through our area. The happy thing we can report tonight is we do have no reports of any serious injuries from around the area. And that's even with us here at News Channel 13 having to deal with a lamp post that came crashing down just feet away from the front entrance of our own television station. So yeah, the weather was, it was something today. We've had a lot of hot and humid conditions, and the storm system blowing in from the west over here. It's in Boston right about now. What time are we? 10 o'clock? Yeah. So it's now bothering a bunch of people over in Boston. But it was bad when it came in. They even had a tornado that touched down in Rome, New York. We'll show you more videos and pictures of that coming up on NBC News Channel 13 at 11. Another big story, Glens Falls, they got hit hard. They're actually in a state of emergency tonight. The city declaring that state of emergency because several departments are still working to clean up from all the damage that was left behind, like these trees. So many of these trees just taking up power lines or ending up on people's homes, on their rooftops, on their vehicles. The community development director of Glens Falls says the city experienced wind speeds of up to 85 miles per hour. That is insane for Glens Falls. The development director of the public works says the fire department and police departments are now just trying to get everything back together. You have energy crews trying to make sure that the power is cut off to any places with lines that are down, make sure there are no fires that spark up, and police just trying to keep the peace, make sure people stay safe, especially with all the power outages that we're dealing with. There's a lot of roads that are shut down right now and temporarily closed due to flooding and down power lines. Those include roads such as McDonald at Warren, Staple Street, Ogden, and a whole lot more. Stay with us here on News Channel 13 because we're going to keep you updated as things start to reopen. But as Wanique mentioned, we're going to be having some more weather, and it might get even worse, unfortunately. But we do always like to have a happy story today. This story you're about to see is a little intense, maybe a little scary, but it does have a happy ending. A Fulton County Sheriff's deputy is now being hailed as a hero after he saved the life of a baby girl. It's unbelievable stuff. Let's watch it right here. So this past Sunday, a family at the Broadalbin boat launch, they called 911. They needed immediate help with their 1-year-old baby daughter. Something was wrong with her. She'd stopped breathing. It's really every parent's worst nightmare. With no time to waste, the family took the girl and raced towards the nearest medical center for help. Fulton County officials say this deputy here, Deputy Nathan Marshall, he heard this call for help go over dispatch. Deputy Marshall, driving around, spotted this frantic family as they were driving on the road trying to get to a local hospital. So Deputy Marshall pulled the family over. Seconds later, they ran out of their vehicle with this unconscious baby girl, as you see right there. They ran towards Deputy Marshall, gave him the girl, believing the child may have choked on something. Deputy Marshall started performing a version of the Heimlich maneuver that's meant for infants. He used his hand to smack the child on the back, just smack her on the back about 20 times. And miraculously, what that does is usually freeze up if you smack the kids on their back, just kind of like towards the middle. If there's anything lodged in their throat, it'll break that apart and free it up. So, saved the day. The girl started breathing shortly after that. She was taken to a local hospital to be checked out to make sure she's okay. Thankfully, the girl's going to be perfectly fine, we're told. She's actually back at home right now with her family, doing wonderful this evening, thanks to Deputy Marshall. The Fulton County Sheriff says he is now going to be honoring Deputy Marshall and awarding him for his life-saving actions. And I tell you, Winnie, don't we always love a story like that with a happy ending? I mean, I have 2 kids, and I think we've had some close calls before where they've been eating too fast or put like a big strawberry in their mouth or a piece of fruit or a vegetable, and they look like they're about to choke. And I think a few times they've actually reached into their mouths to try to like fish out food when it looks like there's too much, because, a kid choking, especially when, you don't have any paramedics around, it's some scary stuff.
Yeah, I can't imagine. And I think when I have kids, I definitely need to get CPR certified because that is so, so scary.
Yeah, and as the officer thankfully was trained, he knew you just can't do regular CPR, regular Heimlich maneuver compressions to a kid that small. You have to do things a little bit differently, but he knew the methods and saved the day. So good for Fulton County Deputy Nathan Marshall, really our hero of the week right there.
Yes,
Our other hero, I got to say, you and the weather team here at News Channel 13, because wow, things got messy today. We had tornado warnings, but you all were on top of it, Monique.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, it was a very active day, but it was exciting. We tracked those storms in real time. And as I'm sure everyone saw, Paul was live. We had Reed that cut in. I was out in the field. So yeah, it was all hands on deck today.
All right, what do we got in store for us now? Because this weather system, the first cell might have passed by, but we got more on the way.
Yeah, we have more on the way. That heavy rain that we saw earlier, as you mentioned earlier, is off to our east. So moving closer towards Boston right now. So we are nice and quiet in its wake, and temperatures are still warm. Currently 76 degrees on the CDP HP first warning cam in Albany, but dry. Now, if we look at our satellite and radar, notice that rain is moving towards our east, but we do have another rainmaker that is coming in. We're tracking a cold front that brings another opportunity of scattered showers and storms tomorrow. But now we are quiet in the 70s and 60s, currently 75 in Schaghticoke, 70 in Edinburgh, 73 in Spraker, 72 in Cobleskill. And over the next few hours, we'll track those warm temperatures and those partly to mostly cloudy skies. No rain to track as we go throughout the overnight hours tonight, but that cold front will start to inch closer to us tomorrow. So we'll track a few spotty showers to start tomorrow morning, but notice that better opportunity arrives into the afternoon, tracking another round of showers and storms as we go throughout the afternoon tomorrow, and tracking another hot and humid day. Now, tomorrow won't be as hot as what we've seen over the last few days. High temperatures will reach the upper 80s, and then behind that cold front, we trend cooler and drier. We have issued another first warning alert day for tomorrow as we are tracking those strong storms, heavy downpours, and gusty winds. So let's track this for you hour by hour as we go throughout the overnight hours tonight. Notice we have nothing on this hour by hour forecast, just partly to mostly cloudy skies as we go throughout the overnight and for the start of your day on Wednesday. Now that cloud cover will start to increase as we start the day on Wednesday. That cold front won't really make it into our area until tomorrow evening, but we will have showers that will start to fire up before that cold front. So along that frontal boundary, that's when we'll see the heaviest stuff, but we'll start to see some isolated pockets of showers ahead of that cold front. That starts to work in as we go into the morning hours. And then notice that that coverage will start to increase by the afternoon with a few cells that contain that heavier batch of rain that we'll see tomorrow. As that primary line of showers and storms rolls in, that coverage and intensity will start to increase as well. Notice around 5 p.m., we'll have a cell of heavy rain working in to portions of the North Country, Bennington, and Pittsfield, and then we'll continue to see waves of rain as we near the 7 p.m. hour. Behind that front, we trend drier and cooler with partly to mostly cloudy skies. And then we'll have a few lingering showers as we go throughout the overnight hours on Wednesday. But as I teased, we do have cooler weather behind that front with highs in the lower 80s on Thursday and Friday, with highs in the mid 80s on Saturday. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the lower 70s. It will be a mild and partly cloudy night, but it will be muggy out there. Tomorrow is a first warning alert day as we are tracking the potential for strong to severe storms, a mixture of sunshine and clouds. And again, it will be another warm and humid day tomorrow. Trending drier, mostly sunny on Thursday with highs in the lower 80s. Lots of sunshine and dry weather on Friday, and more of the same on Saturday with highs in the mid 80s. We'll track just a few opportunities of showers and storms on Sunday, but then we trend drier yet again on Monday and Tuesday.
All right. Thank you for that, Wanique. And thank you all for joining us here on NBC News Channel 13's 13 Now. We're going to have more of your top headlines, including a recap of some even more pictures and images sent into us by you, the viewers, tonight of all that storm damage we've been getting. As you can see, we do have an alert day for tomorrow, although after that, things are going to get a little nice. So it's good. We got a lot more to cover this evening. So hopefully we'll see you back here at 11. And if we don't, Winnie and I, as we always say, make it a great night. Thank you all so much.